from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is The Elevator Show with Ieden Wall. Today, we drop into Del Park Variety, a conversation with TV legend Dini Petty and magician Ben Train. And now, here he is, the host of the show, Ieden Wall.
Thank you, my friends. We are at 18 Glengarry, Vienna! Vienna! Welcome, everybody, to the Elevator Show. We're very excited because we're taking the talk variety genre from the studio and to the elevator of all places. Hey guys, thank you so much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And welcome everybody to the Elevator Show, Canadian Jewish TV. Now we start every episode the same way. We go street level in a segment we call the Bagel Belt. So let's explore the Bagel Belt together right now with Ori Watkin. Okay, Ori, here we go. Roving cameraman in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We are in the Bagel Belt of all places. Go right in there, Ori. Don't be shy. How you doing, guys? Nice to see you. Hey, it's great to see you.
How are you?
Good, good. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name, sir?
My name's Bruce.
Bruce, just talk right into the camera there.
How are you guys?
It's wonderful to meet you. My name is Ieden Wall, and I host the Elevator Show on Canadian Jewish television, and we're doing a little tour of the neighborhood. Now, it's been said that you are like the psychiatrist of the neighborhood. Is that true? You know a little bit about everything.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you know human behavior, you know social dynamics, you know religion, you know politics.
Yes.
You know about the beautiful women walking. You know a lot about the beautiful women, I hear.
Yes.
Yeah, so what's going on with you? Are you married?
Kind of.
Kind of? Kind of. That sounds like King Solomon. He was kind of married to 50 women. Now, you wouldn't be like King Solomon, would you?
No.
I mean, I think you might have just incriminated yourself, young man.
Yes.
Okay, Bruce. Okay,
Can I
Bruce.
spread a word to the Jewish community?
Huh?
Can I spread a
Not to the Jews, to the world.
to the world? Can I spread a word?
Okay, is someone talking there? Or
Yes,
somebody's talking there?
My good
Everyone,
buddy.
go bigger. Go bigger in everything.
Okay, so what's your name?
Betts.
Bets. Bets.
Zevi Bomberg.
It's nice. Sorry, say it again.
Zevi Bomberg.
Zebby, it's wonderful to meet you. My name is Ieden Wall, and I host the Elevator Show, and I'm in an elevator right now talking to you. I love the way you jumped into the camera. You had chutzpah. You didn't care about what other people think, and I think that's the sign of somebody who can be great one day. So, what's your message to the Jewish people?
I say everyone should just go bigger.
What does that mean, go bigger?
It means go bigger and never go down and just go up and go bigger. That's
Okay,
it.
but be more specific. You mean shoot, and you mean be braver, be more courageous?
Everything higher. Like never go down.
So I went big, man.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I went big.
Maybe it's the first one.
You and I are talking the same language.
Yes, sir. You went bigger.
I went bigger. Everybody does a talk show in a studio. I said, screw that. I'm doing a talk show in an elevator.
Because you went bigger.
I went bigger.
Now we're going
I went bigger. Go back to Bruce.
I think he also wants to have a piece of...
So what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? What do I do for fun?
He makes the vibe fun.
Makes the
Yeah,
vibe fun.
yeah.
You come in
Yeah.
just
Are you a
on
good
the floor.
dancer? Are you a good dancer? Do you dance?
No.
Okay, just do a little dance before we leave. Just give it your best try. We're gonna pump some music here. What's your favorite song, Bruce?
What's my favorite song? I don't really have one.
Don't be shy. Just give me
Thank
one.
you, Hashem.
Just give me one.
What?
Say thank you, Hashem.
Thank you, Hashem.
Thank you, Hashem.
Yeah.
We're gonna pump it. Just give me a second here. We're gonna get the DJ to pump in. Thank you, Hashem. All right, here. Now we're talking. All right, let's see you dance, Bruce. Come on, let it out. Let it out.
Let's dance.
It's very nice to meet
Yeah,
you,
nice
Bruce.
to meet
Take
you
care.
guys.
Ieden Wall, the Elevator Show. Ori, gonna head back to the street now and wish these gentlemen well.
Yeah.
You're watching the Elevator Show. My name is Ieden Wall.
Go bigger.
Yeah,
Go
thank
big
you.
or go home.
Thank you, guys.
הוידו להשם
Kita Ki Lioilam Lioilam Don't go anywhere because Ieden is on his way down to the lounge to speak to Canadian broadcasting legend Dini Petty. You're watching The Elevator Show with Ieden Wall.
Look at who it is.
I've been waiting.
Look at who it is. The eternal queen of daytime television. Now, 30 years I waited. 30 years I waited for you.
We
What
waited.
other man has waited 30 years for you?
You want a list?
You know, and I hope I'm not kind of suspending disbelief and kind of stretching my mind to the foreground of delusion
Right.
when I kind of conjure and concoct the idea that perhaps this little interview can be a framework or foundation for perhaps some kind of friendship.
Do you want to go out for a drink after
here's
the
what-
show? We're really getting
Here's what I'm saying to you. If you ever have a
Okay.
problem with something,
If I have a feel help?
I want you to say
I
to
can
yourself,
call?
look, you got a lot on your plate.
Right.
Let's not kid each other. You're Canada's favorite talk show host. So I want you to be able to say to yourself, hey, it's too much on your plate. You call your buddy Ieden, all right? We just go driving around Toronto.
And we talk
and
and you help me out?
No, we just go, eating like pickled fish and loose meat sandwiches at kosher delis the
Excuse
whole
me?
day. The whole
Pickled fish and loose
Yeah.
meat sandwiches? Can we go somewhere else?
Have a seat, my dear lady.
All right, thank you, my friends.
You know, we've never had, maybe once, actually, we had Valerie Pringle.
Really?
You're the second non-Jew on the program, but, you know, I call the shots around here. So
I'm back. Do you know why I admire the Jewish race so much?
Why?
If you look at the population that the Jewish race occupies on the planet Earth, it's is it 1%?
1%.
Okay, it's not 1%. And if you look at the effects that they've had on the world in art, music, justice, literature, it's like, are they just smarter, or what is it that makes this race of people so exceptionally brilliant?
Well,
and
let me
what
ask,
is it?
Well, let me ask you the question. What do you think it is? You ever thought about it?
I have, and I think there are some cultures that are very focused on first family and education, and they also are very close in their religion. So they're much closer than most societies, but they're very focused on education. But the genius that is innate in this less than 1% is extraordinary. It's absolutely amazing.
Let me speak to that. So you might find this interesting. So years ago, I was spinning this question around that we're pondering right now.
Right.
And I went to a mathematician. Didn't tell him I was Jewish. Didn't want him to know I was Jewish.
Right.
I just went up to him and I said, because I heard he had studied like populations and cultural groups
Right.
and their existence on planet Earth. And I said, what's the story with these Jews? And he said, you know what? I've been studying numbers for 45 years. And I can't explain Jewish survival. Not in the natural, not with the numbers. It doesn't make any sense.
So do you have a theory?
Tiny Jewish people at our core believe in a God that can't be seen or touched. We were the first person the first people, I should say, to bring this notion to earth. You know that, right?
Yes.
No deity.
Yeah.
We believe in a God that can't be seen or touched.
Right.
You know, there was a few other religions that came along, but we're the only religion that doesn't need anybody else to explain ourselves. So we, Abraham, came up with the notion of a God who can't be seen or touched. Up until that, people were worshiping idols. I've thought about it, and I think that this revelation, even in the modern world with social media and Google and this and that and Microsoft, to this day, that revelation is every bit as profound. We worship a God that can't be seen or touched, but yet exists.
Okay, and because of that, you got to be so brilliant and so successful.
But it's that relationship. It's that relationship.
It's that relationship.
It's that relationship. It's that relationship. It's a special relationship. I mean, Jews have been blessed.
Okay.
How could we do it on our own? Now, some people will say, well, the Jews are a stiff-necked people. They're stubborn. They learned how to survive. They stick together. That doesn't explain it. I went to the mathematician, Dini.
And he didn't
understand. So I thought there's something mysterious here. I don't pretend to have my finger on it, but I think that it's about a relationship with a creator.
One of the most interesting stories I did, I represented Canada once on an international delegation. Mm-hmm. I went to Les Arcs, France, and it was the International Conference on Child Abuse. Really a lot of fun. I booked us front row seats for this year. But after that, I came back to Toronto, and a guy called me and said, I want you to do a documentary for radio. And I said, he said, it's a religious show. And at that point, I defined myself as an agnostic.
Right.
But he said, wait, you're going to love this. And it was amazing. I interviewed about 30 children between the ages of 8 and 12, 2 from every different religion. Pick a religion. Handpicked by the church. And I would say to each one of them, tell me about your religion. They would do their dissertation, we'd have a conversation, and then eventually I get to the question. You know, not everyone believes the same way you do. 28 children knew that everyone else was going to hell and only their path was right. I was getting depressed. The last kid, East Indian boy, about 12, blazer, nice hair, really. And I said, tell me about your religion. One of the best dissertations I heard. And then we go to the conversation, and then I popped the question. You know, not everyone believes the same thing you do. He said, yes, I've been giving this some thought. And I believe that all roads lead to the same place. And only God knows what's in your heart. One kid, and I believe if we got all those kids in this room today, except for those who left, the rest are still like, everyone else is going to hell but us.
Okay, now here's another distinct thing about Judaism. It's the only monotheistic faith that doesn't believe it's the only way to God. We never converted by sword, did we? Never. In fact, it's not easy to join the Jewish people. But if somebody's, just for the record, if somebody's sincere,
yes,
and they want to be convert to Judaism, they try, we turn them away once, they try, we turn them away. Why do we turn them away 3 times? That's an interesting.
You want to know if they're sincere?
Because when anyone does something the first time,
yeah,
it's obligatory, it's surface.
Right.
How do you really know if somebody's really sincere? So we test them because it's not easy to be a Jew, but we don't think Judaism is the only way to God, just for the record. Don't worry, guys, because Dini's coming back on the Elevator Show next month to tell us all about the early days at City TV.
You're watching The Elevator Show with Ieden Wall. You're watching The Elevator Show with Ieden Wall.
Welcome back to the Elevator Show, ladies and gentlemen. We're in this stretch run, and we always leave the show with a performance, a talented Jewish artist, and we have so many in Toronto, Ontario, and in Canada. So we go right across coast to coast to find the most interesting, intriguing performers, Jewish performers. We love magicians, you know that. Here's another up-and-coming magician from the Toronto Magic Company. A warm welcome for Ben Train.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ben. I'm from the Toronto Magic Company, and I'm going to be honest. I'm a magician now, but I haven't wanted to be a magician most of my life. In fact, when I was a kid, I was very shy. The opposite of the kind of kid you would expect to become a magician. I didn't want to perform in front of people. I spent all my time hiding, reading books, trying to avoid people. But ironically, it was reading books that made me fall in love with magic, and it was reading books that taught me my first ever magic trick. And I thought I would share that with all of you and the people at home right now. And to do this trick, I do need someone to help me. Hi, sir. What's your name? Joe. Joe! Give Joe a huge round of applause, everybody. Incredible Joe. Joe, I'm going to go through the book like this. Whenever you want, you say stop. Stop. Can you remember the very first word that's on the page? Yep. Not the word chapter or the page number, but the actual word. You got it? Yes. Well, that was fast. I'm going to try to write down the word that you're thinking of. Don't say it out loud, Joe. Oh, you're tough. Okay, here we go. I'm going to write down what I think Joe is thinking of. And now, Joe, you didn't tell anybody what the word was, did you? No. And you didn't write it down or anything before the show? No. Joe, in a very loud voice, so even the people at home can hear, what word are you thinking of? Fate. Fate? Because that's exactly what I wrote. There's a problem. Later today, these people at home are going to be like, maybe he just got lucky. Fate is a small word. It's so easy. And that's how they sound in my head at home. They're like, they talk like this at home. So just so nobody thinks that I got lucky or that this was, a fluke. Can we do this again, Joe? Sure. Okay. I'm glad you said yes because we're going to do it anyway. Joe, take the book. I'm going to look away, and I want you to open the book wherever you want. Stop on one page and tell me when you're done. I'm done. Okay, I want you to look over that page. Does it just say the word fate over and over again? No. There's lots of words. Yes. Think of any word you can see, but don't make it an easy word. Don't make it like and or the. Make it something big. Make it something hard. Make it something challenging. And you can change your mind, but when you have one you like, close the book. Well, that was dramatic. Okay, I'll take the book from you. Do you remember the word? Mm-hmm. Think about that word. Don't say it out loud. Look at me. Okay. I'm going to write down the word I think you're thinking of, and I'm going to tell you right now, I think I just spelled it wrong, but I did the best I can. Joe, you thought of one word. You didn't tell anybody what it was. No. You didn't write it down. No. Nobody came to you before the show and they were like, please think of this word. No. No? And you saw lots of words. You could have changed your mind, but you settled on one in a loud voice so even the people at home can hear. What's the word that you're thinking of? Cappuccino. Sorry, let me rephrase that. What's the word that you saw in the book? Cappuccino. Because that's exactly what I wrote down. Give Joe a huge round of applause. Joe, you did an amazing job. You can take your seat. Get off my elevator, Joe.